Hello, and welcome to my little presentation on Gilbert Adrian, who was cinema's first big costume designer. So, who was Gilbert Adrian? Also known as Adrian Adolph Greenberg, Gilbert Adrian was one of the first costume designers of the silver screen, creating iconic costumes for shows like The Wizard of Oz and other movies from the 1930s and 1940s produced by MGM, along with a couple other Broadway shows. Here's a short little timeline. So he was born in 1903 in Naugatuck, Connecticut. For education, he studied costume design at the Parsons New York School for Fine and Applied Arts in New York City and transferred to Parsons' Paris branch to be closer to Parisian style and couture. His big break was MGM's 1925 The Merry Widow, although there's only about 2 sites that actually list him as working on that show. But due to the age of the movie and the fact that MGM had only opened a couple years prior to the filming of this, um, I couldn't really find the exact documents if he did work on this. But his own brand site lists him as doing this film, doing costumes for it. His later years, he spent his later years running his clothing brand called Originals by Adrian and working on Broadway costumes. The last costumes he worked on were for Camelot on Broadway in 1959, where he sadly passed away from complications from a heart attack earlier in the year. So, what did he make? This is his most known and coolest designs, from my opinion, obviously. So, The Wizard of Oz, his most iconic film that he worked on. So he made everything. He designed. Well, he didn't make everything, but he designed everything in the show. So Judy Garland's entire costume, including the ruby red slippers, the Tin Man, Wicked Witch, all of it. And then here's all the Munchkins, or a good chunk of them. And then the next show, or movie I should say, that he worked on was The Philadelphia Story, where you can see 2 of the dresses that he made for Katharine Hepburn. This one, you can't even tell in the film. It looks like it's supposed to be a pure white, but it's this baby pink. And then this one's got gold on it, which you can kind of see reflecting a little bit, but it's kind of hard to tell in the black and white. And the next one is Letty Linton, which starred Joan Crawford. And here you can see a couple of the dresses that he made for it, including this white dress. I think it's supposed to be white, but with these big puffs. Started apparently a fashion craze where people were trying to mimic this dress for a while, which is cool. For a couple of the designs that I chose to showcase, here's this one. It's called Shades of Picasso. It's from 1945, and it's just interesting the different shapes that he chose for this, for the silhouette too. And then the next one is just called Evening Dress. It's from 1942. It's part of a couple that seem to be like farm or nature inspired. There's another one that has a chicken on it, which is kind of cool. But this one's got little baby lambs running in a field with some blue skies. And then the third one is Roan Stallion. It's from 1945. And the description for this one said that the dresses that are like this and like the lamb one were done from him drawing this out on muslin and then it being stitched and painted to create the finished icon that's on the dresses and patterns and stuff. And I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, this was my little presentation. I hope you enjoyed.